Place the end of the thread between the thumb and forefinger. Bring the needle's eye to the end of the thread and push it straight over the top of the thread. Your fingers act as an anchor to keep the thread firm and straight. Now loop the other end of the thread around your forefinger. Use your thumb to roll it down and off your finger. When it comes off, use your nail to pull the twist down the thread to form a knot. Now you have a threaded needle with a knot on the end. Blanket stitch applique or Vlisafix applique. Vlisafix applique. The first step is to take your double-sided fusible webbing and transfer the design onto the paper side of the webbing. The paper side needs to be up and the rough side, which has the glue on it, needs to be down. The design will be reversed in this process, so you will need to take that into account before you transfer the design onto the paper. I am using a ruler and pencil to do this to get nice straight lines. Now take a pair of scissors and cut it out roughly. This leaves a small margin all the way around your design. Place it onto the piece of fabric which you are going to use. Ensure that you have placed it onto the wrong side of the fabric, as the fabric is turned over with this technique. Iron it down. Use scissors or a rotary cutter to cut along the lines, trimming off the excess. Once the glue has cooled, it is easier to remove the paper backing. Ensure that the glue is left on the fabric and not pulled off with the paper. Iron it again if this is a problem. Place it onto your background fabric and iron into place. From underneath, bring the needle up right next to the raw edge of the design. Loop the thread around and above the stitch as shown. Place the needle in position to make the next stitch. Watch where I put mine. Push the needle to the back and then up again on the raw edge in one motion. The needle comes up inside the loop you made previously. Pull the thread and the stitch is formed. The next stitch is made in the corner in the same way, except you angle it to a 45 degree. Come up just short of the raw edge to catch the tip of the corner. Now take a small bite stitch to anchor the corner stitch in place. Keep the loop in place for each stitch. Continue along the next straight edge in this way. Note that you control how big your stitch is. Imagine that you are creating small boxes that are missing one side, like this. Keep them even as you go along. Here is one I have finished previously. It is stitched all the way around the raw edge and has been finished off on the back. You can see where all the stitches show through on the back and are even, and the tail has been neatened off. This is another block that has been made in exactly the same manner, except the stitching has been done by machine. This is a much neater, more perfect stitch. On the back I have placed an iron-on stabilizer to ensure the stitches don't buckle the fabric. To remove the stabilizer, simply tear it off the back. Washable options are also available. And there you have another finished block. This last block is also done on the machine, but using a satin stitch and again with the stabilizer. You'll develop a favourite amongst all of these techniques as you practice them.